Hey everybody, welcome to the Midweek Challenge. It's Steve again, and I had to miss last week, and actually the challenge is early today because I'm about to be on the road, be driving during the lunch hour, but I wanted to touch base real quick today, and the question today, really, show of hands here, the question today, how many of you have wrestled with your faith in God? Show of hands, show of hands. There they are. Yeah, there they are. Yeah, you know what? Me as well. I've wrestled with faith in my own life as well, and I'm even a pastor. Now, there are some people who say they are an atheist. They just don't believe in a God at all. Some people, I would say maybe they're practical atheists. In other words, they say they believe in God, but they live as though they were an atheist. And then there's everybody else. Those of us who believe in God, but we wrestle with it so many times. It reminds me of a guy, Mark chapter 9, brought his boy for Jesus to heal. And he said, if you can do anything. And Jesus said, if you can. And the man said, I do believe, help my unbelief. And I want to help your unbelief today. You know, there are a lot of reasons why people wrestle with unbelief. A lot of times it's because they prayed something and they don't believe God's answered their prayer the way they wanted to. A lot of times it's because of a wound early in their life. Many times it's because they have not examined the evidences for God. And often the reason is simply because it's a rebellion of the will. I choose not to believe in God because if I don't believe in God, if there is no God, then I get to be God. I get to be the creator of my own morality. But how do we build our faith? Here's a few things. Number one, choose. What do I mean by that? Well, you know, sometimes I hear people say, I wish I could believe. Well, you can believe. But the question is, do you really want to believe? Because if you do believe in God, then that means that we are accountable to God and we've got to make some decisions. But then number two is to look, to intellectually, honestly look for the evidences for God, the reasons why we can trust the Bible. You know, think of the Dead Sea Scrolls, for example, all the archaeological findings, the reasons for the believing the resurrection of Jesus Christ. You know, there are a lot of resources out there. Here's an old-time one, evidence that demands a verdict. There are plenty out there. Lee Strobel, A Case for Christ is one. So number two, look for the evidences for God. Then number three, be with the people of God, or be with the people who do believe. You know, if you want to be a better athlete, you hang out with athletes. If you want to be a better musician, you hang out with musicians. So for a time, find the people who have a belief, strong belief, and hang with them. Think about what you're listening to throughout the day. You know, if all you're listening to is CNN and Fox and, you know, talk show on the radio, news, it's going to hit your faith. But if you're spending more time with people of faith, people who are pursuing God, that will encourage your faith. And then number four, do. Let me put it this way. My experience has been in my own life and the life of others that many times the biggest problems we have with God or the Bible are not the things we don't understand, but the things we do understand and we don't like it. So if you're going to go forward, do what you already know. And I just want to encourage you today. You can believe there is a God. The proclamation has been made. He revealed himself ultimately, finally, in his Son of God, Jesus Christ, who rose from the grave for your sins. So that's what I wanted to give you today to encourage you. Like and follow the Kingdomology blog, share this on Facebook or, you know, wherever. At the end of all things, just be strong, and I'll see you again next week.